My one of my vlog videos. I haven't done the morning coffee usuals. My little one is here. She is the ultimate bugger in the world. She is a galactic feline leader. You snut. I don't know what that means. It just came out like that. She came here to save it. She turned and said, dude, be easy. You're putting her on the spot, as they say. She feels uncomfortable. She might kill you. She landed here a couple weeks ago, and we were around here listening to her. Anyway, this is not a Mandela Effect or something. This is a vlog video. I just, she does keep me company. Yeah, I'm holding her hand. I say hand. It's a paw, but I say hand because that's her hand. Oh, she likes to cuddle up. She's a little cuddly bug. Call it cuddle bug. And she has little murmurs. I do clean her collar every once in a while. But yeah, she keeps me company. She kind of keeps me sane. The Mandela Effect, as they call it. Yeah. One of the things is, I had multiple experience with that. It's when somebody dies, or when you go through a traumatic experience, when you die, not traumatic, you actually die, I believe. But then I think it's a reversal of the time, and you come back that same day. It's like, it's, right. I don't know how to call it, but well, it's again, I'm gonna point to a movie because I didn't research it well enough. But it's a movie with Bill Murray. But in that movie, he at the end of the day, he just goes back and the day starts over again. It's like that when you get for lack of a word, when you have the experience. If you go with the experience of death and you come back to like the whole day reverses. That's why I believe the term is time reversal, but it's really a day reversal. It's like I remember in New York, and it was late in the afternoon or going to evening, and I was riding my bicycle. It was a one way. I was going down, and I was gonna hit Canton Avenue. I remember I had a green light. I don't know if the light changed, but it's like I didn't look to the left, and I don't know why, and I just felt like a commotion. I just the next time I woke up, and it was the same day, and I was sleeping in my car. I can't Avenue. I woke up and I looked at the time. It's like 6 something. I used to just wake up early. I need 5-6 hours sleep. I'm like, did this happen again? I'm like, it couldn't be, because when you go through that, it's not like you just remember. Oh, I was here. It's just like it's very odd. It's like your memory was wiped away, but there's like little traces of it. It's like a deja vu of a whole day. I went through that experience, and my experience with the Mandela Effect was this pipe tobacco I had, and maybe the guy called it tops, but and it's like I bought it like sometime after that. It was top. It's not tops. It's top. And I was like, that's not what it was, and there's, I don't know. That's my experience. So I'm saying, because of me, tops is now top. That's probably, if you look at the Mandela Effect, people remember Jiffy peanut butter being Jif. Actually, now it's Jif. People remember being Jiffy. So a lot of things like that. It's a reason it is the called Mandela Effect. It's because a lot of people, I don't remember that. People say they remember in the 1980s, Nelson Mandela died in prison. That's not one of that. It was the person that coined it. I looked it up online, 2009. I think it's a female. She just started writing about it, and it took over, and people started pointing out to a lot of things. But I remember being in '89. I was already in Spain, so I don't know. Nelson Mandela was already freed, I guess. So I don't remember that too much. I really don't remember that. Could it happen to him? And there was a time reversal. Maybe he just had, I don't know, power energy. Maybe just wasn't his right to die yet. I don't know I don't know how to rationalize that. It happened to me multiple times, and it's like, I mean, can you blame Nelson Mandela? I mean, the guy, he stood for against apartheid. Can you blame the guy? Then one of the other people I remember it happened to, and I don't know what year it happened, but it was my uncle and aunt, the Nimics, and I remember, I remember it was like I remember I wasn't working. I was drinking every day. So people, oh yeah, Claudio, no, that's bull crap. I remember I was home, and my mother, and it was like, I remember, there was a plane crash or something like that, and I was on YouTube. I was recording videos, but I saw it on YouTube. I didn't, or maybe I didn't even know that, and to the fullest extent, because it's just a plane crash, right? I mean, it's like, I wasn't looking for horrific news. But my mother came, she came home, and I walked down from the attic. She was just sobbing. And I heard her cry. She's just shocking. And she's like, "What happened? What happened?" She, mother, man, she hates me, but she started raging. She's like, "What do you mean you don't know? There was a plane crash. They died. They died." I don't know if she said they died. She said, "Look at the news." I was like, "What? Why are you so upset?" I mean, all right, it's like a plane crash. She's not really that compassionate. And then I think, I found out that, my uncle Stanley and Donna Nimick were on the airplane. I don't know if it was Lufthansa. I don't know if it was Law. I think it was Lufthansa. And then, just that day, it's like, I remember when it happened multiple times, that day just goes by so quickly. Like someone has some power, energy, and just takes that day back. And I think, yeah, you have to have I don't know if emotional connection, but you have to either experience it or see it or know the people. Or someone has to notify you. For you later to have a memory, a small inkling of a memory of that event. Because I remember the next day, and and nothing happened, and they're still alive. So I have that memory. There was a couple times that happened to me as well. And it's like, I mean, I don't know. I'm part of something evil, an evil deity that is connected to me. I'm not even a person. I'm not an evil person. It just that happened to me multiple times as well. And it really is. With the lyrics, I don't know what products, because it really is. If you think about it, it's actually, it's a product that, changes its name. It's very odd and disturbing. I'm not gonna get into how, people could say, this world, or planet Earth, or whatever we're living on, could be like a simulation. That's one of the reasons, one explanation, I looked at that, because those are a lot of experiences like that. And a lot of people didn't communicate with me. They didn't want to talk about that. Right now, if I talked about it, certain people, they would degrade me. They would they would call me names. They would lie about my character. Shut me up, or just get me angry and riled up. Not to discuss that. At least the people that I met. Those are the people that were in my circle. So it's like I don't talk to those people with that. But on a different scale, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I would think it's like a simulation of a computer program. I mean, if it's a natural Earth, it has to be other entities like alien air form. I mean, that control the universe. It's just too grand, or a galaxy, or the solar system. Well, it has to be just the solar system. I mean, solar system. Then who knows what else? you know, and they control that, but to the point where just it's it's beyond my comprehension. Uh, from the science perspective, I just didn't think it was possible. But if you think about computer science, well, of course it's possible, right? Because you have to do it. Just it's even in, let's just say you get a virus. There's a system backup, system data backup. You could go back a couple months, especially a day. Oh, with ease, all it takes is really, actually the whole system just slows down. It just, it's really not the same, but you could go back all day and you start over, But if you think about it, it's like an imprint on products, and also something that's actually maybe it's irrelevant, that it changes. It's like if you would change colors or something like that, something creepy and disturbing. Well, that would be just very odd. But it is if you think about also if you think about the products as a whole, the fact that we put too much emphasis on the products. So it's much more so. It's a form of capitalism. I'm not big on capitalism or just branding. Like about branding, name branding, and marketing and anything like that. I'm not too big on that. I know it could be it's a form of I'm gonna say manipulation, but it's a form of introducing you a product, and a lot of times it's like I shouldn't be too I shouldn't be too focused on the brand name. I should be more focused on what the tobacco product is as a whole, ingredients and everything else. So I don't fall into the whole brand category. I'm very against that. You know, so the fact those things get manipulated, it shows it's either superficial or manipulative side. This is like I really don't know how to eloquently put it in context how it relates to everything, or as far as I mean, yeah, just one of those videos. It's just, and this would be so much better with a conversation. I'm trying to like size this up, but it's just like it's I can't put it together. I have my own personal experiences, multiple experiences. The first time I had that experience, I don't know. I really the one I remember now was when I was like 19, and I was working a job. It wasn't too far away from here, and something happened with a baler. It was very freaky, and that day started all over again. When you go through that, you're just like, wow, my life could have been lost at 19, and it just kind of shocks you. And kind of you think you get sad, depressed. You kind of you're happy here, but it's freaky. And some people say, oh, you're stupid, you got picked off, this and the other. Because you weren't paying too much attention. It actually is my fault and personality. I had that happen at times. It's like, I got like a couple seconds and it's like, even with my truck, my car, I'm like, oh, I can get this. It's like, it hits me. It's like, but when you go through a baler, like, it was a watch. My cousin Adam Nemeth gave it to me for confirmation. And I just bought it for that day for work. And I was like, well, you gotta be on time, this and that. And it just happened, it was loose and it fell in the baler. And I was like, it was like 10, 15 seconds, maybe sooner. The guy probably was there, was like, idiot. It was like 7 days. See, again, you messed it up. You don't even know the time. That's why. I'm gonna get joke out of that. But it's like, I was like, oh, I can get that. And I put a head in there, and I think it must have squashed me, and I cut my head off. But I don't know if I felt pain. I don't remember. I don't know if they were joking out. I was walking around with my head. But it was just, I don't remember there was pain, which is very disturbing. It was blackout, and I think I moved, but it was just, I couldn't see anything. It was very freaky. But then it's like, that day started again. And it's like, I remember just coming to work, and I don't know if I took the watch again with me. But I just took it again, and I was very, very looking at the baler, Because then, that time in New York, I don't know if I came down the street, people just watch it. They screamed at me, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I had the green light. I think there's some people that want to pick people off this earth. There's some people, that just come back. But that's just my personal experience. It is creeping out. The New York part, it was just, I was in a different sentiment, so I was like, it's happening now. Not that I thought it would end, but it's very disturbing, It's very disturbing. It does mess with you. It does mess with you with other people die too. Not that they die, but it's also like, the next day, it's the same day they come back. It happened in 2019. And I got a picture proof of this guy, was with chips, and you could say, well, he poker chips and cards. But in reality, it's like it was like Christmas and it happened again. I think I died here. And it was these people that lived here, and they were just very deceptive. I don't know. I think they did something to me because that day started all over again. Because I didn't go to my uncle Stan and Nim's house in Christmas of 2019. I stayed here. I remember these two guys were here, John and Josh, and they had people over. I remember I bought a 12-pack of Sam Adams, and they didn't know I was home. Because my parents, we would leave to the Nimitz on the 25th of December. And I was there, and I was just walking, I had a couple of beers, and I just walked downstairs and opened the doors over here. And they're like, oh, what are you doing here? I was like, hey, it's all right. Hey, what's going on? I was like, oh, you got people? I don't care. And then, they started messing with me because I found out they have people. There was these females. One of them was a Colombian chick. She was from, Patterson. She was she's a counselor or something like that. Years later, I somehow just found out on this dating app and stuff like that. It was very odd and weird. But yeah, that was another reversal. Because, I remember just, the day just went by so, actually, maybe it went by so slowly. I remember laying down, I was drunk, but just the day went so, maybe nothing happened to me. I don't even know. Because I don't remember something happened to me. But I remember I woke up again after, having a Skype conversation. I was having a Skype conversation with this girl, Cynthia, my ex. But now I started maybe thinking it wasn't even her. Maybe they did something. It's another thing people do, they see reality or their environment. They were interacting. Okay, Trina, hold on, girlie. But I'm not entirely sure right now. But the thing was, I remember waking up again, and it's like, parents all right, come on, let's go. We're going to the Nimitz. I'm like, what? It's the 25th. It's Christmas, stuff like that. It's like, you just did that yesterday. It's like, I didn't go yesterday. So I was like, and the whole time of the conversation, maybe I should cut this video short. But the whole conversation, I think, with Cynthia, I was like, oh, fuck Christmas. I'm not angry at anything good or decent. They just over commercialized. People are fraudulent. People that we went to Christmas Eve, they don't really care about it. They don't really care about sanctity or anything decent or good. They're not good decent individuals. I don't want to be around those people. It's a fraudulent. I live around fraudulent, have fraudulent people around me that are really that nice or decent. And really, it's a cultural ritual that people celebrate. So I didn't really like Christmas, and yeah, I think it was that, but I don't know. I don't know what happened.